Powerpuff Girls. Psst. I'm a manly man. A Rowdyruff boy. And in case you're wondering, this says swag on it. Had it made at like one of those you can spray on whatever saying you want. But anyway, we're here to talk about the Rowdyruff Boys. This is the first 20-minute episode of Powerpuff Girls that they did, and the first of two that are going to be in this season. I don't remember the title next off my head, but that's not important. We're going to talk about the Rowdyruff Boys. So this is an episode I kind of knew what the Rowdyruff Boys were going in. We've seen them in the intro, we've seen Mojo Jojo, but this is where we get introduced to them for the first and maybe last time. I don't know how they're going to come back, but anyway, in this episode, Mojo Jojo's getting fed up with the Powerpuff Girls beating him almost as much as I am. Because, when they beat him, it's like, you'll never beat us, Mojo Jojo. I'm like, you sound like a villain at some point and just, I don't know. Whenever I see the villain just get beaten a million times, I'm like, just once I want to see the villain win just so I can see what happened, which maybe they'll explore that at some point. I don't know. Don't tell me if they do. I want to be surprised by it. But anyway, so Mojo is sick of beating the Powerpuff Girls, so he's like, you know what? Maybe I should just create my own Powerpuff Girls and have them beat him up, which is a brilliant setup, which, even though the evil twin thing has been done before, it's always cool to see, just character against a match. So he creates the Rowdyruff Boys, which are made of escargot, dogtail, and and pubic hair, which is like such a strange combination, but it's like those aren't the most masculine things, those are the most disgusting things you can make of but to give them credit, I can't really think of what I would put in there, but basically it's the idea that girls are soft and sweet and boys are tough, which kind of stereotyping since, there are some boys who are tough and strong, but there are also some nerdy, awkward people who spend their days talking about a children's cartoon. And also there's girls who are sweet, all that, and then there's the nerdy girls. But anyway, so I just lost my train of thought. So Mojo Jojo creates it, and he also uses chemical X from the toilet. And he creates the Rowdyruff Boys and convinces them, you don't want to fight me, I'm your dad. Not only am I your dad, but I'm also like you. You want to take out something, the most pure, innocent thing you can find, which is the Powerpuff Girls. They get into this really big fight, which, wow, what a fight. And then they beat the girls, actually beat them, they are down, weak, downtrodden, and they're about to give up. But then they realize that, you know what? They're girls, so they use their charm on them, and it beats them. And yeah, this was a really good episode. I really liked it. It was really good. It had a really good setup, and the solution, even the way it was resolved, I thought was a lot better than what Powerpuff Girls tends to do. So we're just gonna go through the episode chronologically, since I don't even know where to begin. Well, first off, the build-up, the first half, just building up the Rowdyruff Boys, I thought that was really well done. First off, the montages of Mojo getting beaten were just so clever. First off, it's you think he'd plan for the Powerpuff Girls, because he's just firing the gun, the girls are going to just show up and kick your butt, right? So yeah, the whole him, how he uses the gun, and then he uses the flying telescope, and then uses the robot, I thought that was really fun, and I love the montages of him getting thrown in jail, and how rapid it was. I thought that was fun. Although, why do they keep... does Mojo break out, or they just release him once his sentence is up? Are they just the girls will just beat him again? And the part where he's, brooding and thinking, that was really good. I love the lighting and the colors used in that. That was really good. It felt really creepy, you had the shades of blue. And the build-up to the Rowdyruff Boys, when Mojo puts the stuff in the toilet, I love that, how... They take that long pause. Genndy Tartakovsky, he's really good at creating pauses and making you anticipate stuff, and, this is, stuff. There's all these elements of Powerpuff Girls that he just does in Samurai Jack, and it's just fucking amazing. I know I talk about that show a lot, but I love that show, and I've seen... you can clearly see the foundation for it here. And the Rowdyruff Boys in general, design, voice, all excellent. I like how they just look like a bunch of rough punk boys. I thought that was kind of cool. I like how they're basically the same colors as the Powerpuff Girls, but they're like lighter colors. Like the leader is I forget the names of them, which one's which, but the leader, it's like he has a darker red, which is actually red, whereas Blossoms is like pink, which is light. As pink is essentially lightish red. The one plant, there's like the darker green, the darker blue. Like it was really good. Like it was the same colors, but they made them feel masculine. And I know there's no boy and girl masculine colors, but you know what I mean. Their voices were really good. Like I love the rough, raspy voices they had. Which one of them was voiced by Rob Paulson, which I thought was cool, and one of them was voiced by the guy who voices Mojo Jojo, which I thought also awesome. Like, you know, it makes sense, I mean, since he created him. Along with the fact that the professor just is just willing to tell people what the girls are made of. Like, why would you even give that out? That's kind of like a big secret. Although it does make you wonder what happens when you mix anything with Chemical X, or... Wait, does Chemical X give them... I'm sure the movie will explain more. So yeah, the fight between the girls and the boys was amazing. I mean, not... Evil twin fights are always cool just because they're evenly matched. They have the same powers, so you have two opposite forces going at each other, and... It was just... I love how big and grand it was. Like, they're flying all over the city, stuff's getting destroyed. Like, this fight felt big in a way that other Powerpuff Girls fights didn't. From, like the one point where the Rowdyruff boys are just rapid punching the girls. Like, the big streaks on the Rowdyruff boys when they fly, like, the streaks behind them. How the girls are just getting smacked. Like, it really felt... Like, this felt like a legit fight in a way that other Powerpuff Girls fights didn't. Like, it felt like something I'd see on Samurai Jack. Although I feel like it went on a little too long, like, because I think part of it was just because you knew they were evenly matched. You knew that this was not going to work. Like, they're evenly matched, this is not going to work. So I think that's part of why is that I just knew, like, this fight is going to go absolutely nowhere. I mean, that's not to say that wasn't an awesome, like, intense fight. But, you know, like, when I know that no one's going to win this way, it's just a matter of, okay, when's this real solution? But... And then I love how the girls actually get beaten. Like, first off, the idea that they get beaten I thought was clever. I thought the way they got beaten, like, they fall and it's like this big thing. They're falling out of the sky. Like, oh shit, the girls might actually not be able to win this time. And then there's a nuclear explosion. I love how that sound just cuts out and you see, like, the black and white nuclear... It's like a nuclear bomb went off. And, yeah. Again, Tartakovsky, he's real... I mean, I know I talk about Tartakovsky a lot, but since a lot of this stuff is on Samurai Jack, I'm just going to assume that this was Tartakovsky, but correct me if I'm wrong. But anyway, so Tartakovsky's just really good about knowing when to cut the sound out and make it really effective. And yeah, I felt like the end, though, is when things start getting a little cheap, but not too bad. Like, the girls... First off, there was that moment that I kept being like, oh my gosh, how are the girls going to beat the Rowdyruff boys? They're evenly matched, they're evenly powerful. I'm like, and then they're crying like, oh no, please don't tell me you're just going to do some BS thing where they're going to cry and then it's going to revive them and make them even more powerful. Like, yeah, it revives them, but even then, like, they're still worn out, they're still beaten, they're still exhausted. Like, so it's not like the tears or the BS. Like, the girls are still sort of down and out. And for a moment there, I thought, wait, are we going to end the episode with them giving up and going forward, which I thought would have been kind of cool, but no, they don't. Like, it gets resolved. But they're willing to give up, like, but I thought the reason why they wanted to give up, like, oh, we lost, you don't need us anymore, I thought that came out of nowhere. Like, what point did we set that up? But, I mean, I thought the solution to the problem was actually one of the more clever and interesting ones, although I would have liked it if the girls had figured it out for themselves, but I thought this was one of the few times where the solution was actually smart. Sorry, this tag is super itchy. Smart, clever, didn't just feel like it came out of nowhere. Like, the solution, just be nice, I thought was really clever. Like, when it came on, I just started laughing because I'm like, yes. And again, it didn't feel like out of nowhere. Like, it actually felt like, okay, this works. And it just like, yeah, it's like, because it does remind you, like, there was that point in school when, not in school, when you were little, when you just hated girls. Like, you thought girls were gross, girls were disgusting. So, like, when the girls just come out and they're like, okay, that just looked really stupid when I did. It was just, there was that laughability and just not only how stupid this was, but just how, yeah, this is so true. This is pretty much what happens when girls and boys flirt. It's like, ew. And just the whole delivery of it was amusing. Like, I loved, like, the soft, romantic version of the Powerpuff Girls theme that was playing. The way the eyelashes bat. Like, all that was really well done. And even I love how Buttercup, you can clearly tell she's just not into it. Like, she's like, alright, I'm just gonna do this because I don't want to. So yeah, really good episode. Really, like, wow, like, this might be one of my favorite episodes. I don't know. I think I still might like Octavo a bit more. I thought that might have been a bit more of an interesting conflict, but still, really good episode. Like, I cannot wait to see the next one. I'm gonna record the next one tomorrow. So, Rowdyruff boys, do you like it, or is this like one of those ones where you're like, eh? Let me know. And also, I forgot. There was like something I wanted to ask earlier. Oh yeah, girls. If there's any female viewers out there watching, did you ever try and be nice to a boy? And if so, what happened? Like, nice when you were like in kindergarten, like the age the girls are. And what happened? If you have like an amusing story that you want to share, just go right ahead. I mean, I won't force you to if you think it's like too personal, but like, if there's a moment, if you were watching that and you're like, yeah, yes, I can totally relate to that, like, just feel free to comment if you want to. So yeah, that's my thoughts on the Rowdyruff boys. Leave your thoughts in the comments below or what I just said. And yeah, so I'll probably record the next episode tomorrow. I have a bit of time, and then, yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. I'll see you in the next episode. Sorry if this is a little rambly. I haven't recorded a vlog in a while, so it's been rambly. It's not, but yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow for me, but months for you, since this is probably going to go up like months after I record it. But I'll see you guys in the next episode, which is the Season 1 finale. Until then, take care. Powerpuff Girls! Go! Alright, that was a really lame way to end the video. Take care.